What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you can get notified whenever another video drops on this channel. If you want to check out more Philadelphia Hood tours, visit my Philadelphia Hoods playlist with over 200 plus hood tours covering all sections of Philadelphia. Okay, so today we are in the Frankfurt section of Philly. Right here on my left-hand side, we have a sign that says Historic Frankfurt, courtesy of the Frankfurt Special Services District. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go right, probably on Orthodox or whatever the next block coming up is that goes right. I'm going to go right, and I'm just going to start zigzagging through the neighborhood. I don't have any real point of destination. We're just going to travel as we go. We're passing Sellers Street. We already did a walking tour under this avenue, and we also did a driving tour covering the whole Market Frankfurt line from top to bottom. Okay, I'm gonna make a right at this light. Yeah, Frankfurt Avenue is also the home of the Frankfurt Slasher. It was a serial killer that was on the loose from 1985 to, I believe, 1990. Any of the veterans of this neighborhood who know more information on that are more than welcome to share their knowledge in the comment section. We're on Paul and Orthodox, traveling up Orthodox, crossing over Paul. We have Meek's Streets, or Meek's Treats on my left-hand side. Looks like a treat shop. We're now passing Lesher Street. To my knowledge, somebody took the fall for one of those killings, but 8 of them went unsolved. The street we just passed was Hedge. We're currently passing Worrell Court. We're now passing Hawthorne Street on my right-hand side. It's a no outlet, meaning if we go down that street, there will be no way to come out other than making a U-turn. We're at the intersection of Orthodox and Mulberry Street. On my left-hand side, we got D&R Food Market. We have Frankfurt Christian Community Center on my right. Glass Company Mirrors storefronts on my left. Holy Cross Evangelistic Church on my right. Tackawana Street. We're on Orthodox and Tackawana Street. So I'm going to take it up probably like one more block, and then I'm going to make a left, and I'm going to zigzag through the neighborhood. We're now approaching Ditman. Ditman seems to go left, so I'm going to make a left. We're at the 4600 block of Ditman. We had Lloyd Memorial Post on Orthodox. We actually passed it. I didn't mention it. That was an older lady trying to keep her parking. She had some buckets filled with cement and some poles with some crates on it, and she put them in the parking spot. I guess maybe she didn't want people to block her driveway. We're at the intersection of Ditman and Plum Street. I can go straight down Ditman. I can make a left on Plum. I'll make a left on Plum Street. We're turning left on the 1900 block of Plum Street. Wow, that Civic, the whole rear, I don't know if it was the drum or whatever, but the wheel was slanted, probably got hit. On the left-hand side, we got Greater Bethel Temple, a Kingdom First Ministry. We're at the intersection of Plum Street and Tackawana Street. We're currently approaching Cloud Street. On my right-hand side, we got the 4600 block of Cloud Street. So these streets are two-way. You have to share them, as you can see. So that gentleman would have to wait until I get through. If he was majority of the way through the block, then I would have had to wait until he went through. We would have had to take turns. But since I was pretty much cleared the whole block, he had to allow me to go by. Alright, we're on the 1700 block of Plum Street. On my right hand side, you see some pretty new homes. They were probably made, what, within 20, 25 years ago? Who knows when those homes were made? They look a lot better than most of the ones in this community. We're on Plum Street and Hawthorne Street. As you can see, there's more new homes on my right hand side. I'm gonna make a right on Hawthorne just because up ahead is a one-way and it's gonna send me the opposite way. I don't wanna go the opposite way. We have Mom Meals truck right here on my left-hand side. I believe that's a truck that provides healthy meal plans for people in healthcare services. All right, so I'm gonna make a right. Might as well take this right. Again, this is a two-way street. It looks like a one-lane street, but it's really two ways. We have a park here on my left-hand side. We're on Meadow and Hawthorne. On my left-hand side, who knows the name of that park? It's like a little playground. I like this to be interactive too, so I want to give you guys an option to help me along while we go on this tour. On my left-hand side, you got Second Baptist Church of Frankfurt. Okay. Look like we got some new houses right here on the left. Not completely new, but newer than the old ones from the community. Most of these houses are 100 years old, so roughly 100 years old. So if I see anything with new brick pointing or anything with a new stylization that doesn't fit the community, 9 times out of 10 it was me within the last 2-3 decades. You could also tell because sometimes when they were made a while ago, they don't age well. So they look like they're stuck in a specific era. Okay, now we're at the intersection of Plum and Tackawana Street. On my right hand side, we got Greater Bethel Temple, Inc. I have a little bit of foot activity out today. Crossing over Orthodox. On the left hand side, we got a big empty lot. Won't be surprised when that ends up getting built on in a couple years. Let's make this right on Pearl Street. Pearl Street is actually having work done in the middle of the street, so let's avoid that block. We would have got stuck. We're at the intersection of Tackawana and Gillingham. Again, we got to share the street, so since they're pretty much, yeah, they're on the right of way, they already at the end of the block, I'm gonna let them go first, and then I'm gonna go around them. I got a tailgater behind me. For those of you sometimes who wish I can go slower, I got literally a Maxima, a black Maxima with black tint on my tail. So I kind of got to stay within speed limit. We have Kinsley Grocery on my left. I'm going to make a right up Kinsley. And the same vehicle decides to make a right with me. Again, we got to share this road with this person ahead of us. All right, they ended up turning. It was an odyssey. I'm going to make a right up Mulberry so I can give this vehicle an opportunity to go by me. Currently up Mulberry Street. This block has a variety of houses. Check it out. 2 stories, 3 stories, 2 stories with shingles, 2 stories with porches, 2 stories without shingles, 2 stories without porches, 2 stories with stucco, 2 stories with A-tops, 2 stories with flat tops, 2 stories with awnings, 2 stories with A-top awnings. Wow, that was a wide variety of architecture on one block. Look at it. Does anybody know the story behind that? Like, why is there... I'm gonna go left here. We'll just go left. We're on Gillingham Street, the 1700 block of Gillingham. Again, as you can see, we gotta share these roads over here. A few other sections in Philly are like this. The whole Frankfurt area isn't like this, but there are many streets that are like this. So if there's not much parking, you gotta reverse the whole block. We're passing Worrell Street. I'm gonna make a right. Does Worrell allow me to go down? Yep. I'm gonna go right, and this is a really tiny block. But guess what? Let's go down it. It is not a good block to go if you have rims. Like if you have, you know, 20-inch rims, 22-inch rims, any aftermarket rims with thin tires. No. You definitely don't want to go down here. But I got stocks on, so I'm in good shape. Woo, I'm gonna go up on the sidewalk. Just because I don't want to ruin my stocks still. I know they're stocks, but I'm trying to take care of these stock boys. Stocks mean factory rims, the rims that came on the vehicle. I prefer that simple, clean stock look. Okay, let's make this right. We're gonna make this right here again. So passing Hawthorne, we already passed this intersection. We're approaching Mulberry. You guys remember that corner store? But I'm gonna make a left on Mulberry. Hey, check out this dude on the right-hand side. He does not feel the cold because he's outside in shorts. Usually people with thick skin tend to feel that way. Like when I was a kid growing up, I used to, no matter the weather, I would wear shorts and a t-shirt. And everybody be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like in order to dress for the weather appropriately, I had to like watch the news because based on dressing on how I felt, I would dress incorrectly because I would be hot most of the time. But I would have to like say, okay, so is it, you know, gonna be cold today based on the weather? Ew, look at this. This y'all look hot. Yo, to all the senior citizens, when I say, ew, look at this John is hot, I don't mean, ew, look at the car is ugly. Ew kind of infers something that's ugly, because when you say ew, it's gross. But ew is a slang term for like ew, like that's nice, like that's awesome, like, you know, like kind of like saying that's sick, like dude, that rocks. Well, ew is slang for ew. That car looked hot, and hot, you already know what it means. All right, so check out the little Christmas display we got on our left-hand side, and we got a wide variety of houses on this block. We have some empty lots, which I'm sure contain houses at one point or another. Colorful houses on my right. All right, we're on Mulberry and Margaret. I can go straight, I can go left. I'm gonna go left. Now we're on Margaret. I want you guys to look left, look right, take a look at the landscape. We're passing Margaret and Hawthorne Street. That was an abandoned house on my left. It looks abandoned, it's all sealed up. Ooh, he arguing with her. He straight up told her, go ahead. And he said, B, like, you know, the B word, a female dog. I don't think she wanted to get out the vehicle, and he straight up was screaming at her. I mean, that's not funny, but Duffield and Margaret Street. It's ironic that we happened to drive by while they were in the middle of an argument that was completely unpredictable. Like, I didn't know that was gonna happen. So that's, I think, why I giggled, but I didn't giggle because of what he called her. All right, so look at these houses on my left. You see how the attic kind of had like a little window? Yeah. And he was really mad, and then it looked like his fingers were broken. It looked like his fingers were like in like a brace, or like some type of medical brace to hold him straight. We're on Dara and Margaret Street. We got How You Want It barbershop on my left, and we got another garage on my right called Margaret Auto. We got some young gentlemen. Well, one dude was William, one young brother. The Prince of Philly on my right, that was a market shop. On the left hand side, we got Masso Security. We're at Margaret and Oxford and Frankfurt. This is like a triple intersection because it cuts off into like 3 blocks. I can go straight, I can go right, I can go left. I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna zigzag a little bit more through here, and then I'll go left and I'll cross over. I'll try to get on that side of the avenue within the hour allotted that we got. I try to keep these under 1 hour if you're new. I think 1 hour is like a sweet spot. Occasionally you'll see me do a 2-hour video if it's a real good environment, real good location. I definitely would like to push a 3-hour video eventually. Oh wow, it looks like somebody passed away on my right hand side, guys. Fly guys, you see that memorial, the table with all the little pink, yeah, there's one female's face on all those pink papers. Yeah, there's flowers, there's teddy bears, there's people writing, there's candles. Yeah, I think some female probably passed away there. Oh man, it was a smushed bird in pieces on the street. People don't ever know how to slow down for animals. All right, let's make a right on Folk Rod Street. Turning right on the 1600 block of Folk Rod Street. In the summer, this neighborhood is usually pretty active. It's pretty lit. We got a police camera right up top on the corner of Salem. On that pole, there was a police camera. You know how I know it was a police camera? Because it was one of those CCTV cameras, but there was a police department of Philadelphia on it. We're on Folk Rod and Dara. We're next to Engine 14. This is a fire station. I have a gentleman who's from out of state who he contacted me about specifically capturing fire stations. And I looked it up. There's about 63 fire stations in Philadelphia, PA, which are all scattered around the city. That is one of them, my friend. But I'm going to do my best to try to at least compile a couple of them and put them in one video for him and all the other firefighters across the U.S. that risk their lives for citizens. You know, they go out of their way to risk their lives to make sure people are safe and fighting fires. So I told him it was only right that I can at least go out of my way and try to make a compilation of fire stations, because he's very enthusiastic about the Philadelphia Fire Department, and he wanted to see like what the architecture was, like just what they looked like in general. And he's from a couple states away, so I'm going to be doing that in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now we got these two gentlemen right here holding a conversation. The one in the minivan and the other one in the Ford in front of us, Fusion. I don't know if the dude in the minivan is like in a wheelchair or something, a handicap, because he's just hanging out. I would say, dude, like go sit inside the vehicle. You can go talk to him. But you never know if he's in that big van, because he's probably like in a wheelchair. It might be a wheelchair accessible van. So you can't judge the book by the cover. You would have rushed him, and then somebody would have helped him out, and you would have found out he was struggling to get out. Or he could have just been a regular person. So Duffield and Folk Rod Street. Duffield. Some garages on my left, some residential homes on my right. We got the projects coming up in front of us at the top of the block, I believe. Folk Rod and Hawthorne. Currently approaching Mulberry Street. We're on Folk Rod and Mulberry. On my right hand side, we got Refreshing Spring Church. All are welcome. On the left hand side, we got Espejo what's that say? Food market. I was gonna say movie market. Food market. We got some kids outside hanging out. The good old days, hanging in front of the stoop. Yeah, those are the good old days. On the left hand side, we got a mural that says, "Do you know your heritage?" And somebody spray painted under it, "Yes, I do." We're on Folk Rod and Tackawana Street. Folk Rod is also known as Rev. William H. Anderson Way. Tackawana is also known as Rev. Lee Mason Jr. Way. Those are the Whitehall apartments in front of us. That would be considered, I believe, like an apartment complex. Yeah, Whitehall Apartments. We'll end up coming back all around so y'all can see them from the top. Somebody just got a little four-wheeler on the left-hand side. You see that? But it looked like one of those cheap Amazon four-wheelers, like the Chinese ones. Four-stroke. They don't really last too long. They're like no name, Chung Bang, you know, name brands. Ching Bang Pow, Ping Ping Pow. We're on Tackawana and Margaret Street. I can go up Margaret. Or I can go, I think I want to go Margaret. Yeah, let's go Margaret, because I want to start working my way up, and I don't want to stay, I don't want to go down towards there. I'm trying to go up. The EK had some Toyota rims, some Toyota stock rims. And for those of y'all who don't know what I meant by EK, EK is actually the Japanese chassis code for that 1996 through 2000 Honda Civic hatchback we just saw. In America, they're not really the EK, but hey, that's what we call them. Like the EF is really an ED here in America. But anyway, it was a Honda, but it had Toyota stock rims from like a 2019, 2018, 2020 Toyota on a 1999 Honda Civic. We got Walton B. Brown Funeral Home on my right-hand side. That's what we just passed. Check out this block. Look at that porch on the right-hand side. You see that second-story porch? How it got like the gates and then it got like all this junk up top. I mean, it's probably not junk. It looks like junk almost because it's over cluttered with a bunch of stuff, but I'm sure that stuff holds value to them. We're at the intersection of Folk Rod and Mulberry, where we saw Espejo Food Market. Wow, I had a car, like a whole car length behind me. I made a complete stop and they beeped before they even got close to me. Yo, you gotta have patience, son. Gotta have some patience. Oh, we just passed the Batmobile. That little Buick LeSabre with the orange and green stripe had a Batman logo on the door. So that's why I called it the Batmobile. Look at the houses on my right. You see how the architecture is a little bit different? We're on Harrison and Mulberry. I'm gonna make a left right here on Harrison. We're currently on Harrison. Now we're on Harrison and Hawthorne. Schobert Funeral Home parking. We're on Harrison and Duffield. For rent, that building on my left hand side. Some females outside. Oh, she cleaning her window. She had the cloth. She had the microfiber cleaning cloth. Oh, look at this building on my left. Looks abandoned. See it? That big cube? That definitely looks abandoned. I don't know if they're going to rehabilitate it, but it looks abandoned. It definitely is. But there's some trucks in the back, so it might be getting rehabilitated. On the left-hand side, we got Joe's Garage. I see the Shamrock. Thanks to you guys for letting me know that a 4-leaf clover is also a Shamrock. We got Harrison Deli and Grocery on my right. That's what we just passed. I'm sorry I'm not able to slow down, guys. I got people in my tail. It's like every time I get away from somebody in my tail, boom, somebody else new comes and ends up in my tail. We got the train. You see it in front of us up top? You see that train? For those of you who wonder if these train tracks are still in use, yes, they are still in use. We're gonna make a right. We're gonna go up Frankfurt. Passing Segunda Iglesia Bautista Church. This is a one-way, so as you can see, Island Grove is a one-way, so this is one of those streets that we share like all the other ones. Yeah, the weather's not that bad today. I think it is probably like, let me see. Taking a guess. Like 38 degrees. It's pretty mild. I mean, I guess it depends on what's mild to you. You gotta understand, when you stay in 10, 15 degree weather at all times, or 20 degree weather, 35 degrees feel like summertime. Seriously. I'm gonna make a right here. Just past I Associates. Yeah, 35 degrees or 40 degrees will feel like summer to somebody who stays in 15, 20 degrees all the time. Now, if you're from Florida or from Cali or from a sunny state, then 35 degrees is still freezing to y'all, because y'all be complaining about 60 degrees. 60 degrees to me is t-shirt weather. All right, we're at Wakeling Street. Wakeling and Dara. My mom actually used to live on Wakeling. I don't know if you guys recall me doing the little drive-through tour under Market Frankfurt, and I said my mom used to live here, my mom used to live there. She used to live on Wakeling. I believe Harbison and Wakeling, something like that. She lived up the block from here, right around the corner from the projects. I used to go visit. There was also a skate park right up the block from her, so I used to like checking out that skate park. We're on Wakeling and Duffield. On the left-hand side, we got Celine Supermarket. I see a backwards hand. Sosa. No, it's not necessarily backwards. The S's were backwards compared to his other ones, but... We're on Wakeling and Hawthorne. We got the mail carrier next to us. We're crossing over Hawthorne. We're approaching Mulberry. We got 5,000 Mulberry on my left, 4,900 Mulberry on my right. Crossing Mulberry now. All right, we're now approaching Charles Street. We got Los Manuelos grocery store on my left-hand side. Okay, let me see. I want to show y'all that project. I think I missed it by a block. I should have kept going down. It's cool. We have a gentleman in front of us checking out his mailbox. Hopefully he lived there and he wasn't just checking out a mailbox. Yeah, the project is right there. I should just make a lefty Lucy. Just make this little left for y'all. I'm gonna do this for y'all. I'm gonna go right. And now we're on Harrison. At least so y'all can see the top of the project. Like I showed y'all like the bottom, but you can see the top. This is the apartment, I should say. Apartments. It's like apartment complex. Most apartment complexes get their own like parking area in the middle. They get their own playground in the middle. They get their own little walkway. They get their own like little area, their own personal space in the middle of the apartments. Whitehall Apartments. Right, Folk Rod and Tackawana. I think I'm gonna go all the way around here and then I'm gonna bring it back so we can work our way back towards Frankfurt, because I don't want to see the same thing one more time. Yeah, buddy on my right has shorts too, so yeah, a lot of people feel like it's short weather, which is, I guess, cool, right? On my left hand side we got St. Thomas United Methodist Church. I'm gonna go left here. I'm gonna make this left. On Wilmot Street, on Wilmot. There's one abandoned house on my left, and the other one looks like it's being lived in. We're on Dittman and Wilmot. I'm gonna make this left. Margaret and Dittman. I'm gonna go straight one more block and then I'm gonna make a left and work my way back to Frankfurt. Name that school on my right hand side. Like 3 or 4 of my younger siblings used to go there. What's this park? The one on my left hand side called. There's a baseball field too. I know there's a skate park for anybody who's watching that's into like skating, like skateboarding, rollerblading, maybe even scooters too, like those little razor scooters, the ones where you do stunts. Because I've seen people at that park using scooters too. It's on my right hand side. We're on the 2000 block of Wakeling and Dittman. If you come to Wakeling and Dittman and go up Wakeling, probably to the 2200 block of Wakeling, you'll see the skate park that I'm talking about. Like they got like a little, like a half of a half pipe, you know, a couple grinds, couple, you know, areas where you could bust some tricks. I shot a music video in there. Oh, check out this Mitsubishi on my right hand side. 2 Mitsubishis. Them Jones is hot. 4-wheel drive. That was probably right hand drive. I didn't even get a chance to take a look. Woo! Those bad boys was imported. Them things look sweet. And I'm not even a big Mitsubishi fan, but I am a 80s car lover, and they look like 80s vehicles. Jackson. All right. No outlet on my left, so I'm not gonna go left. If I would have went left, I would have ran right into the projects, and then I would have had to make a U-turn. The house on my left looked burnt. Yeah, it looked burnt down. Church on my right-hand side called Keep the Faith Ministries, and then here goes the projects on my left side. See them? That's the ones. This is the block that we came up. Valley and Harrison. We're on Tackawana and Harrison now. We just passed G&R Mini Market. Harrison, I'm gonna make a right because I feel like we already went up Harrison. I'm gonna make a right to go up Mulberry. If you guys are wondering what time is it, it's currently 3:50 p.m. Monday, January 4th, 2021. I'm gonna make sure I emphasize PM because I know last time on one of my tours, I think I said it's AM and it was obviously sunny out. I don't know what my brain was thinking of. We're on Mulberry and Wakeling, crossing over Wakeling. On the right hand side, we got Mulberry Mini Storage, now renting. This is like a storage garage, storage unit if you want to store cars or a bunch of junk. Primitive International Ministry was on my left. Let's make a left on Dyer Street. This is Dyer or Deer. Passing Marlowe Street. Look at the Subaru. Look like somebody splattered paint on it. That sucks. Hawthorne and Dyer Street. Wow, I just had I'm yawning, y'all. Sorry, y'all. How many of y'all yawn when I yawn? Is it really that contagious? Why are yawns contagious? Crazy, right? When somebody yawns, you end up yawning. We're on Dyer and Duffield. Look at that boat. Somebody got a boat parked on the block. Hey, yo, pull up on the block. I got my boat, son. Yeah, no, there was a USPS Postal Service vehicle behind me, and it caught me off guard because I looked in my rearview mirror when I came to the stop, and it was on my tail. It was like tailgating. I was about to say, man, this city is ruthless. Even the state workers rush you, but they were making a left, so. Check it out. 2-story homes, porches. This person right here on the side parked their car right in the dirt next to their house. I guess they said, we gonna make a driveway where there's a will, there's a way. That's the truth. Whenever there's a will, there's a way. Just put your mind to it and you can do it. Believe and you will become. Thoughts manifest into reality. Best Behavioral Healthcare Inc. Individual, couple, and family. Wow. We're gonna make a right. I'm probably gonna go through one more small area over here on my right. Even though you can still go more Frankfurt on my right, there's still more Frankfurt that I didn't cover. But the reason why I'm kind of gonna try to like rush this little area on my right real quick is because I want to go to the left so y'all can see like the left side. At least so y'all can get some of the left side of the train. We were only on the right side. I'm gonna make a right down Pratt. And I'm just gonna buzz through this real quick. There used to be a supermarket right here on my right hand side, but it closed down. As you can see, it's gated up. On my left hand side, we got a couple businesses, Lowe's restaurant, stationary beauty supply, another beauty towers, a lot of beauty spots right here. Better just be a bunch of beautiful people around here. Pratt, we're on Pratt and Dara. We got the AAA laundry mat right there. Dunkin' Donuts on my left hand side. All right, we'll probably take it up to this next block and make a left. Ouch. Pothole City. Duffield. We're gonna make a left right here on Duffield. Like I said, you can keep going up, guys, if you want to see more Frankfurt. But I covered this whole area before. It's on my playlist. I'm just trying to touch bases on some spots that I know commenters been leaving in my comment section. And I'm trying to do them narrated. Because a lot of the areas that y'all mentioning, I already did. But they're silent and people wish that I could narrate them. So we just passing this little Bentley on my left-hand side. Somebody got an old school Bentley in the hood. I say old school because that was like a 2000s. What was that, like a 03, 04, 05? I don't know. But that was an older Bentley. It wasn't a 2021 Bentley. Passing Hedge Street. Now we're passing Lesher Street, 5300 block of Lesher. Bridge Deli, cold food and beer. Okay, we're about to approach the Frankfurt Terminal. This is the end of the Frankfurt Terminal. On my right hand side, if you go around to, I believe, what's that, Bridge Street or Brill? I don't remember. I know I took you guys there last time where the police officer was shot during the raid. They had killed like a 20-year vet. Yeah. They got the guy though. But it sucks that the gentleman had to lose his life in the line of duty. If you go right, you'll hit Bustleton. Right there is Bustleton Ave. But I don't want to go right. You can go to the northeast. You can go to the Boulevard and all that stuff. Levick and all over. Cotman to Red Lion Road. Like, you can really go far northeast. But I'm not really trying to go there right now. On the left hand side, we got Wine and Spirits, Rainbow, Snipe Sneaker Store. On the right, you can catch the train. We got Pratt on the right. I'm going to make a right on Pratt. Let's just start here. Make a little quick right. See if I can work my way down. At least give you guys a little teaser of this area. Right now we're at the 36-minute mark of a 1-hour video. So bear with me. We got the bus stop on the right. You see them people waiting for the bus. And then we got a little shopping avenue right here on the left-hand side. A lot of variety stores where you can get different things. Dr. Soaps Dental. Griscom. We're passing Griscom Street. I should have went down Griscom. You got the bus terminal on the right, as you guys can see. We got Penn Street coming up. We're about to cross over Pratt and Penn Street. Now crossing Penn Street. We got Leaper Street right here. I'm gonna make a left on Leaper. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It's hard to find people that have the courtesy to let you go by. Most times people are in a rush. So every time somebody lets me go by, I do my best to acknowledge them. Yo, thanks, buddy. Like, I'll wave. Like, I'll, give them a little thumbs up or something. At least so they know, like, that I appreciated it. You don't know how many people that I let go by me and they rudely with the most stank face drive by me and don't even wave, don't even, give me a head, like a little nod, like, thanks, bro, or like, thanks, sir, or something. Nobody ever shows thanks. So sometimes you got to give out into the universe what you want to receive in return. Who knows? Maybe during a time that I need it, you know what I mean? It'll come back, That could have been one of those times when I let somebody go by and then boom. That, was what you call karma. Somebody let me go by in exchange for me letting somebody else go by. We're on Dyer and Sowell Street. I'm going to make a left on Sowell, or Sowell. 5,000 block of Sowell. They're selling a house on my right-hand side. 5034 is for sale. 5034. Alright, we're at Sowell and Wakeling Street. I'm going to make this left right here. We're in the Jefferson Frankfurt Hospital neighborhood. That's what the sign says right here. Jefferson Frankfurt Hospital, that blue sign. For rent on my right-hand side. 1312, that's the address in case anybody want to come here. For sale on my right-hand side. Yeah, in case anybody wants to move to this area, you guys can move here. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. What may not look like a place someone may want to live to someone else, they may think it's perfect, you know what I mean? Passing Wakeling and Penn Street. There you go, Jefferson Health, Frankfurt Hospital. Griscom and Wakeling Street. Yeah, I know some of my viewers. Let me make a right down here because there's no sense of me going under the L when we already did the L plenty of times. Look at this Maserati on my left-hand side. The whole front bumper is hanging. The whole front end is crashed in. I actually shot a music video with a Maserati. And that thing, ooh, it's damaged big time. The whole front looked pushed in. Look like framework and everything. That sucks. And it's just parked there. Wonder if that person is like a doctor and they work at the hospital. But then again, if they had insurance, that should be, something that's covered under the insurance. hope they have full coverage, because if they have full coverage, then it's covered. Their insurance might go up a little bit, but hey, it's covered. If they don't have insurance, or they only had, well, they better have insurance. We're making a right on Harrison and Griscom. If they don't have full coverage, if they only had liability and the person that hit them hit and left, woo, they're in trouble. They're gonna have to spend Maserati prices to fix that thing, you know what I mean? All right, Harrison, Penn and Harrison. Check out these houses. Little one on my right. The one on my right looks like a Goosebumps house from the Goosebumps storybook. Yeah, it really does. Leaper. Alright, that school right there on my right hand side, I think 2 of my siblings went there. 2 of them or 3 of them, I think. One of my brothers went there, one of my sisters went there. Yeah, my mom lived over here too. My mom, let me show y'all where my mom lived at. So my brother and my sister went to the school on my right. My mom moved right here on my left. She lived like next to this tree, this big tree. No, matter of fact, a little bit more up. Probably like right here. She lived right here, and then my brothers went and my sister went right here to this school. Yo, they should have never been late. No excuses. Never. Yo, think about it. Like, you could wake up like, 30 minutes, 20 minutes before school to do all your, wash up duties, and you could probably still make it on time when other kids had to wake up 2-3 hours just to make it to school on time. All right, Oakland and Harrison Street. I'm gonna keep on going up. I'll go up one more block and then we'll bring it down, just so y'all can see this little area. And you can see the stylization of the neighborhood changed slightly. A little bit larger houses. The houses on my right are pushed back. The houses on my left got the little bushes and the little front, lawns. The ones on my right got lawns, but they're not gated in. The ones on the left, some of them were gated in. I guess after you own the home for so long and you own it, deed out, cash out, or if you paid off the mortgage or whatever, and there ain't no heavy zoning code, you're allowed to do whatever you want with it. So that's why I think some people, design theirs a certain way versus leaving it all looking the same. For sale on my left hand side, they're selling a house. Big trees, right? Bunch of trees. Many years. What are those, 60, 70-year-old trees? 50, 60, 70, right? Maybe 80? I don't know. I'm not a tree expert. When Harrison and Large Street. Don't worry, young brother. I'm gonna let you go by. He was a little hesitant, but I ain't in no rush. Alright, let's make this left on Large Street. Harrison and Large. I think this was the neighborhood. Remember I said my little brother lived around the corner? Let's make a left here on Fillmore. Matter of fact, I shot a music video right up the block there too. Wow, right up the block, that corner store on Folk Rod. Matter of fact, let me go straight so y'all can see the store. Yeah, right here I shot a music video called The Poppy Store with Scat Carraz. I went to high school with him, and he's like a Philadelphia comedian. And he creates content on YouTube and on social networks like Instagram and whatnot. Him and Goody Guns, or his new name is Sanchez. We shot it right here on this corner. Well, it's a pretty cool video. We're gonna make a right on Herbert and Large. We're now in Herbert. Yeah, so like I was saying about, I think my little brother, that was the block that my little brother, remember I told you that I ain't grew up with my little brothers and sisters? Like I grew up in a single parent household with my pop. But my little brothers and all that, and my sisters grew up with my mom. Now, my little brother, it was like all my little brothers and sisters, for the most part, like the older ones, they used to get into fights a lot. They used to rumble in school or outside of school. So in the neighborhood, I think he rumbled some young boy. I don't know, like he went to the young boy's block. I guess there was some like beef or whatever. And mind you, they were all kids. They were probably like 13, 12 or something. And long story short, they went over there. I think there was I don't know how the altercation started, but my little brother went over there to go fight him. So he fought him. I heard he gave it to him, and the mom came outside with some brass knuckles and cracked my little brother in the mouth. Now my little brother was like 12. He was a minor. This is someone's mom that was in her probably 30s. We're on Folk Rod and Large Street. And she cracked him with the brass knuckles. She split his whole lip open. His whole his whole mouth was swollen. It looked like 2 bubble lips. And it split his lips. He needed stitches. And his gums was split. All that. It was crazy. But like I said, I didn't really grow up with them. So every time I used to go visit, I used to hear these new stories and this new drama and all these new things. Like, damn. Can I get a break? Like, every time I went over, it was always some type of, like, you know, controversy that my siblings were going through. All right, Folk Rod and Harricks. I'm gonna make a left right here on Harricks. So as you guys can see, this is somewhat of the nicer area of Frankfurt. The houses look a lot more, I don't know, well kept, I guess you can say. The other side looked kind of bland. Kind of blah, right? For sale, look at that, Viking. It's a pop-up, what's that, pop-up RV camper thing? Harricks and Harrison. Yeah, this is the block that my mom lived on. Right up the block, right next to the school. What school was that? Was that Frankfurt School? I had said that the other day and somebody said no. I could have swore she lived right across the street from Frankfurt School. And it is in the Frankfurt community, so you never know. We're on Island Grove Street. Wow, check out the street, y'all. Look at the street itself. The street itself is bricks. Hey, what's up, squirrel? What's up, little guy? You heard me talking squirrel? You want me to tell you how to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button and squirrel? Thank you. Yeah. Yo, I know an old guy who could call squirrels from the park and he used to walk all over his arms. But anyway, back to the street. Look at the street. Yo, look at the brickwork. Like, this is a really historic, original street. The houses don't look that bad. I mean, they don't look that bad. What is it, 3-story? Probably a furnished basement. Raised staircase or 2. Or steps, for those of you. Somebody told me they're not called staircases, they're called steps. Buddy, I mean, you understand what I meant, right? Like, oh, man. But, yeah, check it out. Look at that. I like the way they kept the street the same. I mean, it kind of sucks because it's bumpy, but I understand where they were going with it. I think they were trying to give it like that, or keep it with that historic look. And we're in Oakland. I'm going to make a left. I don't want to go right because we already saw right. So I'm going to make a left on the 4900 block of Oakland. Oh, it says Fawn. Fawn. So is that Fawn School? It says Fawn. Fawn on the gate. I could have swore this was Frankfurt. I guess it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. Wakeling. Look at this block right here. I'm gonna go left just so y'all can see this block. Oh, do not enter. That's what happens when you don't pay attention to signs, Tune. I'll be so caught up on like, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all this block and not even paying attention to where it says do not enter. But it's crazy how this is a huge street, right? Double lane. You would think that this lane would be a 2-way street. No, you go on the other half of the L, and those single lane streets, which should be a 1-lane street or should be a 1-way street, end up being 2 ways, and you got to share lanes. So that's completely confusing. All right, we're on Oakland and Wakeling. Let's see here, mate. I'm gonna make a left right here. I think I'll make one more left and one more right. There's a little apartment complex on my right if I would have kept going, but let me see what's over here so y'all can take a little sneak peek. Hey, yo, Chris, if you're watching, dude, I know I had a Chris that just made a recent donation. I think it was like a day ago. No, I think it was like two days ago. I'm going to make this left here. We're on Akron Street. See Garcia Grocery. I'm going to say thank you, buddy, because he emailed me. He asked me, he said, hey, buddy, when we make donations to your PayPal, do you get the full percentage or does PayPal take something? So I explained to him how YouTube takes 30%. PayPal, I could pretty much receive the whole donation. But I said, sir, please do not send me a donation, because just the fact that you took time out of your day to not only read the description box to find my email, But he reached out to me. He said he enjoys the videos that I be having him cracking up, like the way I drive my gas tank on fumes, like it has him rolling. So basically, like, he likes my spirit, he liked my personality, he wanted to support the channel, and he wanted to make a small donation. I said, buddy, just by you taking the time out of your day to acknowledge that and send me an email, that was mind-blowing. Like, that was more than enough donation. Please make a thumbs up. That's more than enough. You can leave a comment, share the video, and if you want to go the extra mile, we're gonna eat this yellow, I'm sorry. And if you want to go the extra mile, watch the ads, because that's how us as content creators end up making, you know, funds, through the ads, when you guys watch the ads, right? I said, you know what you can do? I'm rolling on the window to see if I can see the name of the school. That's Frankfurt High School. What y'all talking about? Somebody told me that this wasn't Frankfurt High School. They said, no, Frankfurt High School isn't over there. My mom lived across the street. I could swear this was Frankfurt High School. I told you. But anyway, so I had told him, I said, you know what you could do though, buddy? Next time you drive to the corner and you see somebody at the stoplight, an older man, an older female who's holding a sign that says, I'm hungry, please help. We're making a right on Leaper Street. We are passing Fillmore Street. We're passing what used to be a little project. I don't know if it's still there. It's right here on Fillmore, but I passed it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking. Passing the Bell Telephone Company. So anyway, I said, do me a favor. Next time you see an older gentleman or older female at the stoplight, or you're in traffic or anywhere, if you see somebody that genuinely looks needy, whatever you were going to donate to me, please donate it to them. Make their day. You know, make their day, you know, uplift them, you know, bless them. And the blessings will come around to you tenfold. Like, I'm not really worried about, you know, donations. Like, you know, it's a thoughtful gesture. However, it's not required. Boom, a whole day later, this man PayPal's me $100. I felt so, like, that's, you know, it's an empowering feeling. Like, I'm really thankful. And I, you know, he said, here, this is for you, your wife, and Jersey. Jersey's my dog. Leaper and Arrett Street. So, although I genuinely appreciate it, man, like, it's sometimes it's just the thought that counts. It's the little things that count. So, yo, look at these houses on my left. Historic indeed. I mean, I've been through here plenty of times. I'm just like hyping it up for y'all. Look, see these little open draw gates? Yeah, I'll be sounding like I'll be going to this place for the first time, but no, I recorded all this before. But y'all hearing me commentate on it and me thinking out loud, you know what I mean? Look at the little gate around the thing. Is not a gate, it's actually cobblestone. See, like the little, you know, border separation around their property is stones. That ain't even a cobblestone. That's some other type of stone. But yeah, so if you're watching, sir, I just want to say thank you, man. You don't have to do it. Anybody else who's watching, you guys ain't got to do that, man. Like I said, if you want to support, thumbs ups, comments, and shares do justice. They do beyond belief. Like, you guys can't understand how much growth, based on you guys sharing the videos, based on you guys commenting and thumbs up, it's really been helping, like, big time. Like, I can't say thank you enough for doing those basic things. And if you want to, like, help me make some type of pennies, some type of compensation, watch an ad, walk away, go to the kitchen, make some popcorn, go read your book, go text your friends, and when the ad's finished, then you can get back to the video. Now, you ain't got to watch the ad, because I don't blame you. Ads are boring. Not only are ads boring, but if I'm getting into a video and it's a good video, I don't want to stop, like, the goodness to watch an ad. So I can agree, and I understand if some of y'all skip them. Skip them. Feel free. You ain't got to watch them. But I'm saying some people want to know, like, how they can help. That's an easy way to help without you having to come out of pocket. This is all free methods of helping the channel grow. You know what I mean? It was like interesting, because I was going to say it's weird, but it was interesting because let's make a right on Folk Ride. We're on Penn Street and Folk Ride. It was interesting because I looked at my analytics to see, you know, where, like, the viewers are coming from, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of the viewers are coming from Facebook. And guess what, guys? I don't have one. I mean, I have a Beyond the Sky Meter one, which I no longer use. You know, I have a couple platforms. But when I fully transition over to YouTube, to only use YouTube as my primary source of contact, I don't log in the other accounts. I deleted them from my phone. I don't care to log back into those accounts at all. So what I'm trying to say here is that a lot of my views are coming from Facebook without me even having to post them on Facebook. It's you guys, the people who are sharing them on Facebook, sharing them, I guess, with your family, with your friends, that's really, you know, doing justice and helping. And dudes, like, I'm I'm thankful, man. Like, I'm thankful. Like, if I could curse and give y'all all types of swears to show y'all how thankful I am, some people won't find that pretty, but I'll check out the little police officer lady. What's up, little police officer lady? Meet me. But yeah, so we're on Griscom and Fulbright. She was casually walking to the corner. I saw her strutting her stuff. But yeah, I found that like interesting, astonishing, like amazing, like wow. Like when I used to post my videos on Facebook, they didn't get that much, I guess, visibility or that many spins. But I guess since it's you guys, the people who are helping, that's posting it and sharing it with your friends and your family, it's doing a lot, man. It's doing a lot. And I want to say thank you. And I wanted to call out Chris because, you know, he may or may not be watching. He may catch this video like a week later. I'm not going to put his last name out, you know. But he may or may not be watching. But, you know what I mean? Thank you, sir. And you guys don't got to do that, man. I know some people are like super duper fortunate. Like, some of you guys really don't care. Like $50, $100 is nothing to some people. But it's hard to people like, you know, me, like a working class, you know, citizen who's trying to make $1 to pay bills and all that stuff and trying to get by. You know, I don't want people to feel bad. It sucks. Cause I feel bad. Like when I received it, the guy was like, oh man. And then, you know what's funny? I got a hole in my muffler like the day after. So I don't know if it was like low key, like a blessing from the universe. Like the universe already knew that my muffler was gonna get a hole in it. I hit a pothole on like the highway like probably like a week and a half ago. Hit it hard coming off going to Jim Thorpe, and I hit it so hard, and me and my wife didn't think nothing of it until like I got back home and I started hearing like an air leak in my muffler. And I guess from the vibration and everything, it basically, you know, I don't know, some type of, maybe the hit, the impact, the bracket was stiff and a little bit of rust around the bracket that connects to the muffler. Anyway, after it hit so hard, like boom, because these potholes are crazy. We was on the highway, we didn't think nothing of it. And I found out after going under the vehicle, looking under it, that there's a I would say 3-inch circumference crack around the bracket that's welded to the pipe. So there's an air leak. Hence why I have right now a little teeny, it sounds like I got an aftermarket muffler, but I really don't, and I hate that sound, especially on a, you know, my daily driver factory vehicle. I don't want it to be noisy. But, you know, that's income that's basically going back into the vehicle. That's, you know, wear and tear. That's pretty much why I had listed the PayPal, was because, you know, normal wear and tear. But I just wanted to have that little conversation because it came to my mind, and you never know, you know what I mean? Who's watching? Penn and Narrated Street. Now leasing Avondale Apartments. We're on Leaper Street. Let's make a left on Leaper. Non-profit workspace available. Okay, you see me making a left? They beeped in at me already. I made a complete stop. What is wrong with me making a complete stop? Shouldn't you be making a complete stop too? And then he ate the stoplight and didn't let the person who was at the light, at the stop sign before him, didn't let him go by. I don't understand that. I don't think I'll ever understand that. That's the good thing about going to the country. Like, I admit it. Like, you guys in the country, you guys don't got to worry about double parkers, people blocking the street. You don't got to worry about people rushing you. I mean, maybe some suburban towns, they might rush you. But for the most part, other towns, they're friendly. Like you know, they're like, no, you go first, Bob. No, you go first, Bill. No, Bob, you go first. No, Bill. Look at this. Did they have a stop sign? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't think so. Maybe not. But they was out. I don't think so. So let me hush it. But yeah, still, some people just be out to go nowhere but to the next stop sign. Sheesh. Anyway, man. All right, we're on Griscom. Overington and Griscom. I'm gonna go right on Griscom. Right there is under the L, but I'm just gonna go right. Yeah, guys, so we didn't touch all of the Frankfurt area today. There's still a lot of places that we missed. And it's the winter, so there wasn't many people out. I do expect there to be more people out in the summer. A lot of these neighborhoods that y'all recommending, I'm just saving for the summer, because it doesn't make sense to do them in the winter and nobody's out, and then I hear commenters saying, well, this neighborhood is empty, this neighborhood is blah, this neighborhood is whack because there's nobody out, like this ain't the hood, or they say all types of stuff, and I'm, you know, trying, it's like I gotta repeat myself, like, hey guys, I'm sorry, but it was cold season. A lot of people don't come out during cold season, so I'm sorry. But in the summer, I do want to touch base on a lot of like the hoods, and I know you guys are gonna see tons and tons of activity. So hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. That is one of the best donations you could ever make. Comment in the comment section. Share your thoughts. Share your memories. Share your story. Share your knowledge. Communicate with other people in the chat, and you guys, you know, can socialize amongst each other. That's the greatest way you could ever help me grow, all right, guys? Because together, we're gonna make it happen, man. Thank you. I'm humbled. I'm blessed. I hope you guys all have a blessed and happy day. Take care and stay tuned for the next video. This is tuning out.